I think it's Pothos time because we're back here with more Pothos, even though we did Pothos yesterday. Different kind of Pothos though. Marble Queen, look at the variegation. So we're gonna focus on this one. And then we've got two up here. There's a bunch of other stuff in the back here. So these are the little tubs that I have. I just throw a whole bunch of plants in there. There's a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. There is another Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I think this is a Glossorium or something like that. I'm gonna probably put that on one of those grow vertical bad boys. The main reason I keep them in these little tubs inside is it's just so much easier to water. Let's get these two out. Super dry, but also long and leggy. And we're also gonna give them a water, and anything else we're just gonna propagate it, I guess. So there's one, and her is another one. Some really promising aerial roots. Hopefully you can see that. I gotta water them in something. I know, I got some of these that were left over from feeding some worms. So I'll just use those as like little watering tubs while we get all this done. I admittedly thought these were gonna be way too dry, but they seem to be going just fine. So I'm just gonna chop, but before we do, sterilize the skeezers. It's probably a really good time to let everyone know that I'll get back to everyone who's curious about the hot tea with the neighbors or the ex-neighbors. Didn't realize everyone would be so interested. It's actually quite funny, but whatever. Give me some time. I'll get to it. Just want to do this little one today because I got a busy day. This one's an interesting one because some of these bottom leaves here have still got variegation, then it stops and they've reverted up top. Maybe I'll separate those. That might work out. I actually really do appreciate having a few days to think about how I'm going to tell this story with the neighbours. If they're watching though, they'll have some things to say. Here's one more. And look, also, I'm gonna put the one that's reverted back in with the rest of them. And I've done this with the philodendrons. There's every chance that they could become more variegated, especially if they're gonna be in a spot where there's good light. I mean, that's the theory anyway. Whether it's true or not, that's a whole other story. Time will tell, we will see. There are all the offcuts. Perlite, bark and castings. Good healthy mix. Just gonna leave all those props in there and we're just gonna do a bit of this one. Look, with the neighbours, I don't actually wish them ill will. I just think they've just managed the situation really poorly. We've all got horror stories about neighbours. I've got some great stories about neighbours and housemates. Right, I think they're all pretty snug in there. That's what we got left after that little repotting. Everything in here is actually quite light. Produce a bit of a watering, so might as well leave that in there and give them all a bit of a splash. Marble Queen Pothos. Stay tuned. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with maybe some hot tea or maybe the day after. See you, legends.